You've been told in order to change your life and create what you want, you need to change your beliefs. But what if I told you that beliefs aren't the root of the problem? If you've done all the affirmations, journaled away on your limiting beliefs, repeated affirmations like I'm a money magnet, and you still feel stuck, it's not because you're broken. It's just because you've been taught to focus on the wrong thing. Because real change doesn't actually happen at the level of beliefs. It happens at the level of identity. And that's what we're about to unlock in this video. You see, most personal development advice says you just need to change your beliefs. And yes, beliefs do play a part in how they shape how we see the world. But here's the thing, beliefs are symptoms, not the source. Have you ever noticed that you can spend months trying to reframe a limiting belief only to find another one takes its place? You rewire, I'm not good enough, and then suddenly I'm afraid of success pops up. It's absolutely exhausting. Why? Because we're painting over a cracked foundation and not going to the source. You see, your beliefs come from your identity. And so unless your identity shifts, limiting beliefs will still keep creating resistance and holding you back. If in your mind, deep down, you still see yourself as a person who struggles, who always procrastinates or isn't worthy, then no belief will stick. You've got to go deeper and look at the level of identity. Identity is your core self-conception. It's who you believe you are. And it's often formed early through roles, labels, trauma, stories, and ideas about who you are, what is and what isn't possible for you. The problem is, most people are unconsciously living out of an identity that they didn't actually choose. It was one that was shaped by your parents, by your teachers, your environments, fear, conditioning, and survival. But your identity isn't fixed. It's not actually truth. It's a collection of stories you've unconsciously taken on and lived out of for years. And when you really start to see that, you unlock the power to choose who you get to be. Let me give you a real life example. Imagine someone who's realized they believe that success is hard for them. And so they start trying to rewire the belief success is hard with affirmations. So they start repeating success is easy. I am a magnet for success. But deep down, they identify as someone who always struggles. So what will happen is no matter how many affirmations they say, they have a little peak of positivity, but they'll inevitably self-sabotage and ultimately go back to declaring that success is hard for me because you see, I'm not able to create it. This happens because their identity doesn't match the new belief. That's why belief work alone often fails, because you can't out-affirm your self-image. But when you shift who you see yourself as, the beliefs change automatically because your beliefs come from your identity. So how do you reclaim your true identity? First, realize this. You were born whole, powerful, worthy, innocent. Every single thing that came after that was conditioning. The false identity, the one that thinks it's not good enough, it's not ready, it's not worthy, isn't the real you. That's a learned survival strategy. Your true identity is something you remember. When you awaken to who you've always been beneath the programming, everything shifts. And I mean everything. You stop asking, how do I fix this belief? And you start becoming aware of who am I beyond the story that I hold. So let's ground it with a powerful question. Not what belief do I need to fix? Instead, we're going to ask, who do I choose to be to live the life I would love to create, starting from now? Because when you shift your identity, the beliefs that matched your old identity automatically begin to fall away because those beliefs are attached to who you think you are. The trick isn't just in going straight to changing your beliefs. It's in awakening to the truth of who it is that you really are. And then you can begin to consciously, through the work of self-creation, step more powerfully into the knowing of who you really are. If something in you is waking up through this series, then be sure to watch the next video where we dive even deeper. All of this builds on itself to help the illusion of the reality that you've been living in fall away. So the next one is going to hit deep. And be sure to download below the Reality Recoding ebook, where all of the 6 shifts are explained, along with journaling prompts and guidance reflections, so that we can begin recoding your reality together and waking you up to the true magic and miracle that you already are in your life.